We trying to get paid.
Making money, make it, dollar,
We trying to get paid.
making money,
Make it save and invest. Stacking up checks. Let's go.
Today was a very strong day for the markets, a manufactured one at that. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I think today was a complete fake. I mean, first President Trump announces he got COVID on Thursday night. It grossly affects the market into Friday. The Friday open, we hit nearly 2.6% lows, right? He doesn't announce he's going to the hospital until Friday, an hour and a half after the close of the markets. Now, if you know anything about the stock market, you know that if he would have announced that he was going to the hospital during the trading day on Friday, we would have been limit down for sure. For those of you guys who don't know what that means that the market would have been down 4.5% until the market was halted, because that's when the market is halted for 30 minutes. And people get a breather, people get to figure out what the hell's going on, and then the market reopens, and hopefully everybody's found their morals, and we go back up, right? But Trump, being the commander-in-chief of gains, right, he holds, this news together until the end of the Friday session, right? And the end of the Friday session, I mean, it's not like, a Thursday night or a Tuesday or a Monday where, you can buy some futures at 6 o'clock. No, I mean, it's closed. It's closed until Monday. So he announces Friday after the close, he's going to the hospital. Everybody is shitting on themselves because we don't know what the hell's going on. You got a lot of guys who are long, right? You got a lot of guys who are on the inside who are long. Right, they come to find out they ended up being the winners. So it can go both ways here. But congratulations to everybody who went long on Friday, because you were, substantially rewarded with incredible gains today. All right. For the example, the White House isn't even providing the public with any CT scans. All right. What I'm trying to get at is I don't even know if this whole situation is legit. I don't believe anything this guy's saying about COVID at all. This is the president of the United States, and we don't really know how he's really doing. Doctors are using HIPAA laws to, affirm or, they're saying they can't affirm or deny what he's exactly dealing with. By the way, did you see that video with Trump on the balcony taking off his mask? I mean, you want to talk about staged. All right, he puts it in his coat pocket. You can clearly see he's struggling to breathe there. All right, so I think something is wrong. But a part of me also thinks that this could be just a big ass hoax. This could be the biggest hoax we've ever seen in our lifetime, right? I mean, going back to some of those like JFK, scenarios. All right. On that balcony, he's, by the way, literally gasping for air. And by the way, the word gasping is trending right now as I speak on Twitter. Very interesting comments showing up there. All right, let's get back to the markets here. Tech, interestingly enough, was not the leader of the day. It was actually energy. Yes, energy, the product that has been selling off for nearly 5 to 6 weeks straight. XLE being the ETF leader there today. I feel sorry for it. It looks like a pity bounce today. Some of those components in that ETF, XOM, Chevron, CVX, XOM being Exxon, if you don't know, COP, ConocoPhillips with a 4% pop on the day. Insane move for that stock. But yes, there were some impressive gains across the board, particularly in energy. But again, I don't see those holding, particularly the fact that we're still going through what we're going through. I'd still see a lot of resistance on the markets overall at around 34.20 and 34.40. I would be really surprised to see the S&P 500 SPX above 34.40 by Friday, especially if we don't get a stimulus package. Right now, it's a lot of talk, but I don't see a lot of action. All right, the Democrats would be complete idiots to give this man a stimulus bill right now. He's showing a lot of weakness. He's trying to show strength in the midst of being weak. But, this is where you kill the king in front of the court. right? You hold out on everything. Just make them look like, a pansy. Just do that. Just do that. Zoom looking really good right now. I'm still above 480. Apple 116.50 on the close, up 3%. Still hanging above the 60 RSI on the weekly chart. I'm very impressed with Apple. Very impressed. Pay very close attention to the VIX this week. The VIX, when it comes to, volatility in general, historically, the VIX always trends lower. But I think we could be in the mix of a long-term, VIX that's, above 20 for, a period of time. I mean, if you go back to the chart, you go back to like June 07 till about, August, July of 2013, you had, a 20 plus VIX for the most part, 15 or more. All right. And 20 and it actually hit much higher highs between that time. But I think that's the kind of market we could see here, where we have, a good 5-6 years of just a very boring, dull market. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, because this would be a great time. If you got a 401k, just keep putting your money in there. If you're a young person, just keep doing what you got to do to, ensure yourself a good retirement. If you're an older person, you're not really going to be making any money. So you might as well just go ahead and cash it up here, or, you either move, expose yourself to maybe more commodities, considering the risk on the bond side. But other than that, I'm okay with the market that's, not seeking higher highs across the board. All right. Big move up in the market today. We got a higher VIX as well. Days like this always throw people off because they don't really know how to take these days. But again, you got to really view the market holistically. If you're looking at the VIX intraday, I always suggest people look at it on a 10-minute chart. Why the 10-minute? Because it's too sensitive to watch in any time frame closer than 10 minutes. Right? I like 10 minutes chart on something like the VIX because it really rubs out those false signals. And, you pull up the VIX today, 10-minute chart, you can clearly, the definition is just there. You can see it clearly. You can see where the trend is. And, that's how you really want to look at that ticker. QQQ, looking for a breakout above 283. It's been above or below 283 all month. And it is above the 10 moving average, and it has a good opportunity, to break above that 283. Again, we talked already about some of its components like Apple, and I haven't touched Microsoft. Well, Microsoft looked really good today. So, look, the high-flying tech stocks are going to win, right? We already know how the market plays out in the environment we're in. So if we're going into, winter, going into Thanksgiving now with more spikes, more shutdowns, you already know where you need to be to win, right? It's not, we don't have to speculate on who's going to be the leaders here. We already know. So it's your job as a trader to stay with the winners, right? And if you're a day trader, you play it close, then, you need to give a lot of credence or prudence, I don't know which way to say that word, to the upside. When the market's going long, go along with it. All right, don't bet against this market. We already know who the winners are going to be. September's was a horrible month, and we're all happy to put that month behind us, including me. Nvidia, good Lord, what a monster day for Nvidia. SQ took it another step further with a 6% gain today. We've really been underestimating SQ. I've talked about SQ and PayPal, quite a bit recently. But, again, shout out to iPay, that ETF, which gets you inside of both of those. But, what a monster move that Cash App is doing to, Square investors right now. Very, very impressive. I like Cash App. I use it regularly. But it's a bit too easy to steal money from people on Cash App. So hopefully they get something to take care of that. But SQ, what a monster, leaving PayPal in the dust right now. I've told you already about Lowe's and HD. Lowe's being ticker LOW and HD being Home Depot. This is a buy, 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 buy. All right, until interest rates go up, you've got to buy Lowe's and Home Depot if you're into the housing sector. I've been disappointed with Rocket Mortgage. It did do pretty good last week. I give RKT that. It did do pretty good last week, but but Home Depot, Lowe's, that's been the place to hide in real estate right now because people are buying homes. The flipping thing is back, right? Guys flipping, shit properties, fixing kitchens and improving curbside appeal, and then getting $110,000 out of the deal on the resale for like a $45,000 job. So the whole flipping thing is back, ladies and gentlemen. People are, taking advantage of this low interest, cheap money, and they're buying these fix and flips. And, the flippers are making a killing. They're shopping at Home Depot. They're shopping at Lowe's. And that's just not the flippers. That's regular people also, too, cashing out, that cash out refi on their home. And they're going to these places and they're spruing things up, There's no hope for the movie theaters, folks. Ticker CNK. Pull up CNK. That's Cinemark Theaters. Double-digit losses today, 17%. Looking to retest the lows. 45,000 employees are going to be affected by this cinema, which basically says they're closing shop for the time being, all right, because of the coronavirus. They also blame the James Bond movie being pushed back damn near a whole year. It's been a week. I've dumped all the crypto. We virtually went nowhere. I literally lost like $24. What a joke. What a joke. And it just proved everything that I thought about crypto. I'm way past my time here, so I'm going to rush through it. I got a trade out there for Wednesday. I put it on my Twitter account. Some hater shut down my other Twitter that I created for, to put out my Iron Condor trades. I made a video on TikTok, and literally like 2 hours after the video on TikTok, the account gets shut off on Twitter. All right, so now it's on my main account, which is Tracking Market on Twitter. So go there to check out all my trades. But as you know, I'm 6 for 6. I'm going for 7 for 7 with my trade that I posted today. And ladies and gentlemen, it's looking really, really good. I think I'm going to make another $500 here. This trade is between 34.80 on the call side, 32.70 on the put side. I'm risking a little over 5,000. I suspect, again, it's going to be another winning trade. And I want to thank American Express because, I've been doing this for the last 4.5 months on a credit card. And, I've got the 5, to 12 grand that I use to take these trades, but why not use a credit card? I'm getting 0% interest for 12 months. I'm trying to build a relationship here. I want that black card. So what I'm trying to do is like show them that, over the course of a month, I pay the bill back in full, big balances. You know what I mean? I take out 7 grand, 8 grand. I'm paying it back in full like a G. You know what I mean? That's what's going to get me qualified for that black card. And if I lose, then I just pay it back with the cash in my trading account, right? Again, building a relationship. I tell you what my winning percentage is, but you won't believe me. I know some people, they don't even believe me now, even though I posted all 7 trades ahead of time. They've all been winning trades. And some people still don't believe me. I know that some of you guys think that I'm just like some ghetto gagger trader in a basement somewhere talking out of my ass, but I'm for real, man. I'm the real fucking deal. I'm giving you real winning trades here. And if you've taken any of my trades, you've won every single one of them. By tomorrow night, the anniversary of my trading course, you're going to have some new videos out. That's really what I've been holding out for. Speaking of my course, it is now $450. It was $100 to buy my course all year. But as promised, I told you that it was going to be $100 for a year. And then after a year, I was going to raise the price. And now it's $450 because, it works. My strategy works, period. It works, period. And those of you guys who were smart enough to spend $100, now you've got it for a lifetime, no matter how much stuff I add to it. And those of you guys who sat on your laurels, you got to pay $450. And I know I'm not going to make as much as I made when it was $100, but that's okay for me because at the end of the day, I'm going to keep making money trading, and I don't want my strategy to stop working. So I'm actually glad fewer people are probably going to buy my course now, but the people who buy it are going to be rewarded by knowing and having a strategy that works time and time and time again, and I'm proving it to you. Well, it's your boy Sal. Right now, folks, I'm loving the market, what I'm seeing. If we're going higher, I'm with it. If we're going lower, I'm with it. I don't care, but I'm going to be right here to report it all. Watch me live this Saturday, Chicken and Beer Night. Not Saturday, excuse me, Wednesday. I'll go live Wednesday. And let's enjoy some chicken and beer and talk stocks. Until then, I'm over my time. God damn, I could really run my mouth when it comes to this market. Until next time, tomorrow is another trading day. Trade well.